month you guys have probably realized. If you don't live under a rock and you have any type of inkling that what the hell is going on in the world, you've probably seen college basketball and March Madness, right? Everybody's seen it. Everybody loves it because it's just a little bit of an adrenaline rush for those that were maybe Auburn moderns or just lifelong fans like ourselves. And just a good time, and maybe you can win some money if you get a perfect bracket, but I know damn well nobody did this year if you're on the men's or the women's side. But speaking of the women's, because everybody usually talks about the men's. So if you guys haven't heard, Angel Reese, the national championship winner now, and the player, basically the most outstanding player, was the most outstanding player. Angel Reese, LSU, congrats to y'all first off on your W. Secondly, and then there was a little bit of drama with Caitlin Clark. If y'all haven't heard of Caitlin Clark, she's a little white girl, dropped like 40, like 2-3 games in a row, right? Something crazy like that.
She's got the most points in NCAA tournament history, men or women.
Yes, and so she obviously went crazy. And so just to give y'all a little bit of context here, Caitlin Clark has got, she started to get a little bit of an attitude, a good attitude, right? Like competitive spirit. And she's doing the you can't see me, basically, like that type of shit to her opponents. So, like, because she was balling. Like, if y'all haven't seen the highlights, go on YouTube and look up the highlights. Seriously, it's ridiculous. But the question is like, because Angel Reese actually had a backlash to her and did the same thing when they were beating them in the national championship towards the end of the game. And really, is there a merit to the Angel backlash in terms of how she's been getting looked at for doing the exact same thing Caitlin Clark did, but only one time? And how does it look for the future of women's basketball? Like, does this make it a little bit more? I mean, just to be 100% honest with you, does this make it more entertaining for people to watch on a day in, day out basis like they would do NCAA or NBA basketball?
I feel like for me, the complete bias and double standard was just so fully on display that weekend. So to start off with, the first answer is was there merit to the backlash? I don't think that there was merit to the backlash at all. Angel Reese they're competitors. Like, what are we even talking about, son? We are too PC. We are too soft these days. It's really just kind of irking my nerves the way sports are moving. Like, even in the NBA, if you like say one thing to somebody or look somebody's way, they're throwing a tech. Like, what are we doing, son? This is sports. This is what we want. This was the first time ever that I can remember that, the females basketball tournament was way more entertaining than the men's. I was not checking for the men's like I was checking for the female tournament. And it was mainly because I feel like Caitlin Clark is an absolute dog, son. She's a dog. And she's single-handedly, like, kind of bringing me to this women's basketball and, like, oh, let me pay attention a little bit more. But I also, I didn't know about Angel Reese too much. I saw her in the Final Four play when I was on my plane ride to New Jersey, and she was killing it. I like her fire, I like her power, her passion, the sass she comes with, and just her whole competitive spirit. But for me, I don't understand, like, what's the backlash? Is it because she's, like, I don't want to pull the race card. Like Sterling or Chad, do you feel like it's because she's black? Because Caitlin Clark was doing the same thing. And, and I do want to be fair, like, what Caitlin was doing, I don't feel like was the same thing that Angel did. I do think it was different, but I don't have a problem with it either way. That's just sports. You live and you die by it. Like, who cares? Like, give it up. Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah.
I've got no fucking clue what's going on. for what it sounds like, I don't watch basketball. I don't watch women's basketball. But for what it sounds like is it's like what, recency bias? Like, because one did it during the tournament, it's like, oh man, it's more fresh in our minds. We're gonna give it to you. Is that what happened?
So it's kind of recency bias. So Caitlin Clark did it probably 3 weeks before, 3 games before Angel Reese did it. But
and who got the award?
Angel Reese got the award, the one that there was a backlash for. But 2 things were true. Like, she was a black female doing it, and as soon as she did it, there was outrage. Caitlin Clark, who did it previously, and there was nothing spoken about it, was obviously a white female. I'm not saying that there was particularly race being played a part, but we do know how hard it can be for black women to be passionate about anything without getting that label as, they're just stuck up and mean and nobody wants to deal with them type stuff. So
Yeah. So I mean, on that regard, like obviously it would be great for me to be controversial about this, could make good conversation. But at the end of the day, like for me, I saw it like I think I agree. I agree with you. I mean, the sad thing is I have to agree with you because I understand like from that perspective, like women in general already get bogged down in their sports because let's just be honest, we know this. It's just not as entertaining, just historically as men's sports. It's just how it goes. But it's like, okay, Caitlin Clark started doing that, like, okay, and she started to become like a little bit of a villain, but also at the same time, like she is dropping 40 a game, scoring the most points in NCAA history, tournament history, and she's hitting milestones nobody's probably ever gonna touch again, just to be honest. And she had every right to be passionate and be extra to a degree about it. Because you guys know me, like when I played basketball, play any sports, like anything, I'm like crazy passionate about it. And like some people don't like that. Like it's just what it is. But it's all in the name of competition. Then so Angel Reese does it. She does a little bit different. She put a little bit of, she put a little dash of actual seasoning salt on her stuff. And she
that's what we do. So we put a little more
that's what
seasoning.
we do. Yeah, we put a little bit
That's
more
why I got
seasoning
flavor.
and exactly. And that's what that flavor didn't taste just right in those people's mouths like it maybe it would have done with some bland salt and just some salt and pepper from Caitlin Clark. And I ain't trying to hate on you. I ain't trying to hate on you, Caitlin. You're a baller for real. For real, you're a baller. But Angel Reese obviously had a lot to come up from. Like she was like the second overall recruit coming out of high school, went to Maryland, had an up and down time over there, finally gets the LSU, literally takes them to a national championship. And she has every right to show any type of emotion she wants. Yes, people could see it as disrespectful, but if you look at the greatest basketball players of all time, MJ, Kobe, RIP, like, except for like, honestly, low key, like LeBron, he kind of soft. Like,
Soft
but
body.
I mean, yeah, he don't be throwing that because he thinks he's bigger than the game. No, that is what we want to see. We watch this for entertainment. We don't watch this for our own good unless you got money on the game. That's it. There is no horse in that race unless you work for LSU, you're the LSU school where you get a bonus to the school, whatever. If you ain't got a horse in that race, we are watching it strictly for entertainment. Point
Let's
blank.
somewhat take race out of it. Way back when Serena Williams lost to Naomi Osaka, you think she was out of pocket when she reacted like that?
No.
Oh, shit. Okay. Never
No,
mind.
the reason is still she's a person of color though.
But dude,
they both are.
Yeah, they're both people.
Exactly. It's just the way that the media portray it.
I gotta keep it a buck though, because even though I feel that way, like the people who are saying that, the people who are using the argument that Caitlin Clark, like Angel Reese just did what Caitlin Clark did previously, I really don't see it that way, because I don't think that Angel Reese did the same thing as Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark literally just did a quick little thing. And if you go back, there's a video where she was being interviewed before any of this happened with Angel Reese. And she was literally saying that she was doing it to her own coaches, telling them, I'm not phased. And that's like her thing, like, I'm not phased. She wasn't even doing it to a player or anything like that. Now, there was a difference between how Angel Reese did it. She was following Caitlin Clark around and like, I think that's like I think that's lit, bro. Like it's up and it's stuck, son. But she was following her around and like kind of in your face.
You can't see me, bitch. That's what she was saying.
Ring.
You can't see me, bitch.
But you know what really kind of like ticked me off though? Like
the fact that John Cena didn't sue.
Yeah, John Cena needs his money, son.
Yeah, he needs his money.
She's trying to claim it. I'm not phased. Like, no, it's you can't see me. Let's get it right.
Don't try to make that up.
No, but it also came out that Jill Biden wanted to invite Iowa to the White House with LSU Tigers. And I'm like,
the both there?
Yeah, and I'm like, since when do we invite losers to the White House?
This is the participation trophy epidemic.
Yeah, we're not finna do that. Like, and I don't know what she was thinking about getting in. Joe might have lost some black votes off of that one.
Nah, dead ass.
The next day, it's like, everybody, that was my wife. That
was my wife.
Me and Barack watched the women's national champion together, and we
eating Roscoe's fried chicken.
As though only the winning team should come to the White House. Mess up some words in there somewhere, and then you got a perfect speech.
Yeah. Mix up just mumbo jumbo. I think that realistically, first off, Joe Biden ain't got nothing but love for the lady. Thinks she's fine, but like think fine as a person. But yeah, let's go ahead and cut that real quick. But I think she's fine. I think it just shows a bit of bias, definitely. Like no matter what, and it sucks because like obviously like Angel Reese and the LSU Tigers have every right in the world to talk their shit. It's literally what the Warriors did last year. This man Steph sat there on the court and literally was like, "Give me my fucking ring. Give me my ring." It's the same shit, but it's just I mean, in NBA basketball, guess who the predominant race is? Black people.
Black people.
They run the sport. And it's just like even in women's basketball, but nobody watches women's basketball. So when we do start watching it, it's like new content. That's what it becomes. So, I mean, I'm done and dusted on it. I think it's stupid. I don't give a fuck what Angel Reese did. You know what? I would have did even worse than her, to be honest. I know damn well I would have been talking so much shit. And I probably got a damn double tech. Wouldn't even been able to celebrate on the court.
But do you think Angel Reese deserved the most outstanding player of the tournament?
No.
Hell no.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If somebody breaks the records that Caitlin Clark broke, there's no way in hell. But it's just the bias. It's like when people give a Finals MVP to the obviously the team that won, it's usually the best player on that team for that win. Literally, there have been times in the NBA Finals specifically where a team has won and the most outstanding player, or the most valuable player of the Finals was on the other team. It has happened so many times, especially over the last 2 decades, where there's just been so many up and down superstars where people just go crazy in the Finals. So it's just how the award works. They forgot to put that on the award criteria. Is you have to win. You have to win, and that's how you get it. Because it's like saying bogus. Armando Bacot. It is bogus, but the same shit is really like, bro, bogus? If you didn't win, you didn't.
I mean, that's like it's true, but at the same time, Caitlin Clark was literally breaking records, yo. I mean, like, I don't know about you guys.
She should have been breaking less records and making her team better.
Exactly. Sounding like that's literally like Russell Westbrook. We're going on our sports arc, and I'll stop it for y'all because I don't want to confuse people that aren't super into it. But Russell Westbrook had the most triple doubles in one season by anybody in the NBA ever. And guess what he did? He didn't win no damn ring. He wasn't even close. He wasn't even close to winning.
Yeah, but he won.
And he was the MVP. He won the MVP of the regular season, bro.
Yeah, but
nobody cares.
Yeah, but he wasn't getting. He didn't break triple double records in the playoffs. He wasn't going to get like NBA finals. He wasn't in the finals.
But that's what I'm saying.
But Caitlin Clark was in the championship. She also dropped like 38-6 in the championship, and nobody on the LSU Tigers was even coming close. She started off like the first quarter 4 for 7 from 3-point land. Like it was actually wild.
Let's just go ahead and say this before I like I said, I don't want to go down a sports arc for the people that may not be 100% understanding. I'm gonna put this in perspective for y'all. Put it like this. Maybe she put up 38-6, 6 assists, by the way, people, if you don't know, 6 and or rebounds, depending on what the stats higher. But let me just go ahead and tell you, maybe she should have passed the ball some damn more to some wide open motherfuckers, and maybe they would have had a chance to win the game. Because the final score of that game, let me just pull it up for you guys really quick. LSU women's versus
But we really
Iowa.
Gonna sit here and say Angel Reese did more? She was more deserving than Caitlin Clark to win that.
No. Let's just get a good understanding here. Let me just put this in perspective really quick because the score was 102-85. Guess what? Yes, Caitlin Clark, you scored almost half the points for your team, and you still lost.
She also took down South Carolina Gamecocks, who were on a 42-game winning streak that was literally minus 140 against the field to win the championship. And she dropped 40 on them hoes.
My ass, bro. Guess what? If I put up 7, 2, and 2, and I got a ring, and you put up 38-6, guess who the fuck's laughing home? Me.
Okay, but the award is the most outstanding player. It's not even most valuable, but it's most outstanding player. Angel Reese
Dude,
can't.
outstanding, bro. She
No,
didn't win a ring. She didn't
so
win a
you
ring.
don't. Oh
Let's
my.
go.
So you think just because Angel Reese didn't even have the best game in the championship on her team?
It does not matter. The award's award. It's done and dusted.
Bro,
At the
no,
end of the
you're
day,
tripping,
I'm telling you right freaking now, if you can't win, you don't get it. It's point blank, period, bro.
At the end of
Point
the
blank,
day,
period.
everyone went home and knew who the real dog was on that court. There was literally not a single doubt of who the real dog was on that court.
And let me just go ahead and say this. You play women's basketball. I ain't trying to hate. You play women's basketball. We know it was more entertaining, but let's just be honest. Caitlin Clark, we probably ain't going to hear a word from you for the rest of your life once you go to WNBA. It's just what it is.
Nah, I'm calling Cap, son. I'm calling Cap. She the female
Hey, bro,
Curry.
you can call
Female Curry.
Bro, do you remember Diana? Sorry. Let me stop.
Name 5 WNBA players.
I'm not talking
Diana
about them. I'm
Taurasi,
talking about Caitlin Clark.
Lisa Leslie.
I'm talking
Caitlin
about
Clark
Caitlin
is great, bro. She's great, but she plays women's basketball. Let's just go and understand. Most outstanding player in this situation is the people that win. Nobody cares if you lose. I'm sure you've heard that from your dad.
It's of the whole tournament.
It doesn't matter. What's the point of the tournament? Why do you play the tournament? Why do you play it? Why do you play a tournament?
The team plays it to win, but that doesn't mean you were the most outstanding player of the team.
So you tell me right now it is.
I'm telling you that Caitlin Clark should have won that award, hands down.
She broke the record. She might get fucking what's the award they give out for most outstanding player in the women's? I know it's Wooden Award in the.
That's Player of the Year, but that's a regular season award.
It doesn't matter.
They should have
they
awards for this tournament.
Well, there's 2 awards. It's called Most Outstanding Player and NCAA Champion. Those are 2 awards.
Maybe
if you ain't got those 2 awards, guess what the hell matters? Nothing. You came second. You were the first loser. The first.
Nah, I think
runner-up.
I think Caitlin Clark walked out of that building and she was the only star that walked out of the building that night.
And you guess how she felt? She wouldn't give a fuck if she won Most Outstanding Player, bro. She's like, oh, thanks.
Well, I'm sure she would prefer to have the championship, but she should have won the Most Outstanding Player.
I can't reward losers. It's just like you said, Jill Biden tried to invite them to the White House. You can't reward losers. Go back and get better, come back and be better and win. Nobody cares about a loser.
But Angel Reese got the championship award. That's what you get for winning the championship. But to be the most outstanding, I would get it if she didn't make the championship or if she got to the championship and laid a goose egg. She was literally by far the most impressive player in every single game she played in, even the championship. Angel Reese didn't have anything on Caitlin Clark that whole game on the court. The team beat Caitlin Clark. And let's be real, it's only Caitlin Clark versus the whole squad of LSU. They had like 3 people go over 15 points. Caitlin Clark is a dog and should have won that award. I mean,
Angel
I understand the
Reese
precedent of it, but in a situation like this, when someone's just absolutely breaking records and is clearly a generational type talent that nobody else is on that court, I think that you kind of have to like use that as a way to give her that champion.
And she can be a generational type talent in the WNBA. Go ahead and make your bread, girl.
Maybe next time she'll score 30 more points.
Yep. Yep. If you that outstanding, go ahead and score 30 more. It's just what it is. But to like lean it back, I know we ain't gonna ever agree on that. That's just what it is. To be honest, I want to kind of go to a bit of a weird note, like a weird one, because